So my favourite geographer, David Lowenthal, once said that history is both more and less than the past. It is less than the past because, of course, the past is everything that's ever happened to anyone at any time and so on. And history is just a selection of it. But history is also more than the past because history has meaning and the past does not. And this meaning is derived from hindsight, from the power of hindsight. And there are three dimensions to this that historians benefit from having. They benefit from having historical consciousness. They benefit from having access to archives and to the work of previous historians. And thirdly, they also benefit from a sort of an emotional detachment. Let's look at each of those three things in turn. Historical consciousness is something that historians have by looking back on the past, because historians are able to see pattern and movements and connections between events and causes, events and consequences, these things that are invisible to those who are living through the events, particularly invisible for those for whom the consequences haven't even happened yet. The second point is that they have access to archives and previous historical research. When historians research, they have access to information that was once secret. Now, did Donald Trump collude with the Russians in the presidential elections of 2016? I don't know, because it's secret at the moment. Mrs. May is meeting with the leaders of the EU this afternoon in Brussels. What are they talking about? I don't know. And we won't know for another 30 years when those minutes of those meetings become publicly available. As well as access to archives, historians also benefit from, obviously, the work of previous historians, generations who will come before, who will do the initial research and make the initial conclusions. And finally, the third point is this emotional detachment. Historians, unlike the participants in events, are less emotional about what happened because they're not personally involved. I can be reasonably objective about the English Civil War in the 17th century because it's a long time ago and I wasn't personally involved. But ask me about the current Civil War taking place over Brexit and I've got some very strong opinions. It's very difficult for me to be objective and detached.